Hey guys, this is Darren Benton again with Performance Motorcoaches. Want to kind of change it up, do a little bit different than we normally do as far as format. Wanted to bring Brett in. This is Brett's second video. Brett Allison. How long you been here, Brett?
Going on 3 years, pretty close.
So, for anybody that's bought a new coach from us, they will know Brett. Right-hand man, very picky about doing additions to the coaches. So I wanted to bring him in on this video, kind of talk about a few things we did to this customer's coach. I'm going to walk through the shop. Oddly enough, we have 3 show haulers here doing battery upgrades, and then of course this end one is the coach that is sold, 45-foot coach. But let's go ahead and just jump on out there. Here's Winston. We'll jump out here to service. By the way, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. So first rig is a rig we sold a few months ago. It's back here doing more batteries, and then we're also going to do some additional internet stuff on it. Another 4-wheel drive. This is a coach we sold a year ago, bought back. It is since sold. We're doing 4 Born batteries in it. We got our boy Josh back over there putting a cord reel in. So it's a super windy day, that's why we're inside. It can be a brownout in West Texas on Christmas Eve. But so let's kind of go ahead and jump into the coach itself. 45-foot show hauler. It is on my preferred chassis, the Freightliner Cascadia 126, which is the new body style. It's equipped with the DD16, so the Detroit diesel, 15.6 liter, 600 horse, and 1,850 foot-pounds of torque. It is coupled to the Detroit transmission as well, so the Detroit 12-speed automated manual transmission. My favorite combination. This customer came to us right about a year ago. He has a higher end Sprinter van, just wants a little bit bigger, be able to stay out longer, more water capacity, on and on from there. So lots of upgrades on this coach. We've done a fair amount of stuff here as well. Just kind of go around a little bit. So custom paint job. Some cool attributes we can do. We did a combined storage compartment on this, so if you had like a long ladder or if you had some skis to be able to put there. We also did a little outdoor shower there, so hot and cold shower, which is pretty much unheard of on these truck chassis, but really simple thing to do. We got a little bay right here for his pellet smoker. We'll get it turned around after we do a modification on the shock. And come back here, rearwards of the axle. Have one more storage compartment, and then we do have the hydronic system right there. So it's a 50,000 BTU boiler system. It does have the engine preheat built in that as well. This customer is out of Colorado, so I wanted to be able just to have a little bit more redundancy and everything there. Come around to the back of the coach. Very heavy duty steel ladder right here. Makes it pretty handy. Even though it says 250 pounds, I can assure you you can put a lot more than 250 pounds. 40,000 pound hitch assembly with a 30,000 pound ball there. We did add the Air Force One, which will be right here. And customer wanted upper and lower cameras. Kind of tough to catch that upper camera. 50 amp plug right back there, like a buddy plug. Come around here. It's equipped with the Santicons on both dump stations right here. Very easy to use as far as your dumping, and very easy as far as hooking up water to it as well. Cord reel over here. So what's your favorite thing about show haulers, Brett?
I love the steel construction. I love that they take a lot of time to make sure it's good from the time it leaves the factory. We don't have to do a whole lot of anything when we get them. They're pretty solid when we get them. There's nothing that we have to change.
We were just having that conversation earlier. We've been a show hauler dealer for about coming up on a little over 6 years. And really and truly, most of the time that we spend on these things is just doing simple upgrades. Very few times do we actually, fix things, or do we have, just very few times there's lots of problems associated with the coaches. You jump in here, dual inverters right here. So we did one air conditioner that'll run off the inverter, and then the other just for the entire house there. And then up front, 3 Battleborns, 270 amp hours, and then we just did the heat pads on that. From here on out, you pretty much see the GC3s, it's a little bit different configuration, but nonetheless, same amp hour. Kind of peer in the cab here a little bit. Did a little upgraded stereo with a subwoofer, tweeters, and phenomenal job on the stereo. It sounds 10 times better. The factory stereo setup is only door speakers, so we changed the door speakers and then did the tweeters and the A-pillars, and night and day difference as far as sound there. 120 gallon fuel tank right here, and then as far as the waste, we had 272s on the rear, and then you have one combination gray black for the mid bath and the galley up front, 72 gallons as well. 18,000 pound front axle, does have the diamond shield all along the front of the coach. So interior, we just did natural maple. The varied opinions around here, I really like the colors inside. It reminds me of, you know, modern high-end, and something that what I like about a lot of the colors on the inside is I feel like they kind of transcend time a little bit. But let's go ahead and jump inside. So I'm going to walk through first, and then I'll flip around, and then I'll have Brett open up all the slides for us. But I want you guys to kind of see what you're dealing with the coach totally closed up. So it's a little tight right here. This is a jackknife couch opposed to a flip over. The flip over gets really, really tight, but you know, still decent room to be able to walk throughout the coach. I'll be able to get to certain things inside. We'll try to flip flop around here. Get to your refrigerator, and then the half bath right here as well. And then if you wanted to take a nap while you're driving down the road, you could. Just know that you have a little bit of access problems right there if you're a really tall guy there. But we'll go ahead and open up the slides. Very simple Liftco slide mechanism they've used basically since their inception. And we had a conversation about the slide mechanism. We just really don't repair those. I asked one of the guys in the shop. He's been doing it for 15 years and only repaired one in his career. So heated tile floors throughout. We did specialized Sonos stereos in this thing front and rear. Some recessed ceiling speakers, so I mean it really jams out. So I'll flop up here. So once you get the slides, there's a ton of room here. A lot of access inside the cab as well, so a very open area. Got the televator on the opposite side. Go ahead and drop that televator so we can kind of see through there. Just a little simple 12 volt device there. And it does have the Sonos sound bar there, and there's a Sonos subwoofer that's below the couch. So this guy will just jackknife down. These people don't plan on having any kind of visitors at all, so maybe if it breaks, we'll send Brett to go stay a night with them, but I doubt it. Theater seats right here. This is all Villa furniture. As far as the RV industry, you know, in my opinion, Villa is the very top of the line as far as RV furniture goes. You know, nice and soft. There's a lot of crap RV furniture out there. There's a lot of theater seats that you sit in them once and it feels very, very awkward. These are really nice setup to be able to, you know, whether you're just sitting in them or laying down, comfortable either way. But there's so much crap out there. I'm really shocked at the number of RV furniture manufacturers that aren't very impressive. A little bit of area right here. Put your remotes or maybe your iPad. Those USBs right here. If this customer wants some additional plugs inside, we'll be able to mount some plugs. He'll be in here next week, hang out with us for a few days, and anything that he wants to play with, we'll be able to make any adjustments whenever he's out here in Texas. We did all of the hardware here. A few other things we did, all wireless, not wireless thermostats, but digital thermostats that you can basically log in and be able to change the temperature remotely. And there's a pretty nice pep wave. It's all cell based, but you can see we've run Cat 6 cables to every location inside the coach as well. The driver and passenger seats do flip around, so if you wanted to be able to have some additional seating right here, and then we did the upper monitor as well to be able to monitor some of that stuff and still be able to run your GPS. Got the nice molded floor liners on the floor there. This guy's pretty OCD, so I think he'll appreciate all that as well. But basically anywhere you sit, you'll be able to notice a plug with USB. So basically right there, there's one back behind there. So try to think about anything that a customer might want without having to run cords. Just make it more like home. Try to think about it as much as possible. The granite was a pretty unique experience because this customer actually picked the exact slab. We're able to do all that stuff online. Picked the slab number, able to reserve that slab. Pretty much unheard of in the custom coach world, in that $500,000 to $600,000, be able to pick your exact slab. Most of the time, you're going to be in that $2 million price category to be able to pick your exact slab. So, cool setup here. We'll flop around here. Added some magnets to the little dishwasher here. I've always thought it was pretty crazy people having dishwashers in their coaches, and so when they came out to order their coach, they wanted me to come out and eat dinner with them, which I thought was, kind of scratched my head a little bit. I thought, go out, have a glass of wine and go enjoy and kind of figure out what their interests are. They introduced me to the sous vide method of cooking, so they had everything prepped and ready to go, and so they used a little sous vide heater, and so they had all kinds of different dishes that seemed very complicated to wash after the fact. And that was the big deal for them, is they wanted to be able to put all their dishes without utilizing a lot of water. And that's the nice thing about these dishwashers, is they utilize very, very little water. And so for their lifestyle and for their cooking needs, I totally get it. And so I'm glad that I was able to spend some time with them and kind of understand their needs and figure out why they wanted that. So we just did with the wood front on there. Like I said, we added some magnets. Great setup there. Happy with that. Did eat up a little bit of the kitchen storage, but there's still a fair amount of room here and here. We got the upper cabinets as well. So just kind of a matter of maybe kind of relocating to some of those other areas. That's not that much further away. Cool backsplash there. We did some additional plugs in the backsplash, and all those are running off the inverters as well, so they can be able to be pretty independent of the generator. That was the idea back behind the additional batteries too. Residential refrigerators. At this day and age, we kind of get what we get as far as residential refrigerators, but I was pretty happy with this GE setup right here. So there again, a little bit more modern. Does have a little water port right there inside. We'll run back here to the Firefly. Actually, I turned those breakers off. I'm going to turn them on just so you can see. The reason why we turn those off is they seem like they revert back to 88 degrees quite a bit. In fact, bingo right there. So 88 degrees. So we turn those off just so we don't heat the inside of the coach. But I like having the independence of these controllers right here, because you can set your schedule. And so instead of just doing, Renegade's gone to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setting. Well, the nice thing about this is, I don't want the heated tile floor on at midnight. I want it to come on about 5 or 6 in the morning, start to heat the coach, and be able to jump out of bed and have a nice heated tile floor. So having these independent controllers to me is a big deal. There's the thermostats right there. We change solar panel controller there, the Victron battery shunt, and then it is Bluetooth capable as well. But very, very easy coach to operate. That's one thing that's really cool about the Showhaulers, is basically anybody that's had any kind of light RV experience can jump in here and get anything they might need. Large pantry setup right here. The shelves are adjustable, so if they decide they want something really long in here, they just use some little inserts. We'll take and glue those inserts in whenever they determine kind of exactly how they want this set up. With some little thumb screws right here. Washer dryer setup, so just the RV setup. We try to do that where we have the lights on the inside. Just kind of makes it a little bit, maybe a more pleasurable experience washing your clothes. Storage up there. Of course, we got pocket doors on each side of the bed. Customer's going to bring their own bedding, so it really wasn't an issue to get any of the stuff from Showhauler. Wanted a really large window right here, so we weren't able to do a TV with this ultra large window right here, but it is set up. Went ahead and got it all set up for a television, so we could add a TV after the fact, but just to be RVIA compliant, to utilize this egress window, we couldn't have the TV hanging over that window at all. There again, there's a ton of storage underneath there as well. Pretty deep closets. They're redwood lined there. Makes it pretty nice whenever you open those up. Lots of room on the front side of the bed. But like I said, you saw it close up earlier. So if this customer is up in Colorado, whenever he has a lot of snow or whatnot, he can still be able to utilize the coach with all the slides inward. Matching headboard right there. This makes a pretty nice setup right here. If you catch this. So basically, whenever you're in bed, you can operate your generator. You can turn all your lights off, back on, and then be able to utilize the rear heated tile floors back here as well. 150 gallons of water below the bed itself. All the water lines, all the drain lines in a Showhauler are all above the floor. Makes it very easy to do any kind of service. If you ever have one that breaks, you don't have to go searching for it in your floor itself. You can see some of the access panels right here. There again, if you have any kind of issue with a faucet, be able to pull that panel, be able to get to the back side of the faucet. We'll come back to the shower. Really happy with the way that shower turned out. So this is actually a one-piece tile, but it looks like small individual tiles. It made it a little bit easier to construct. It does have the 2 shower insets. This right here is adjustable as well. Be able to turn this on and off through that. Be able to conserve your water if you need to. But as far as the entire setup here, I really like the entire shower back here. We've done this floor plan over and over and over. Kind of change up different configurations here to be able to utilize more space back inside here. This actually will go around. We had a customer the other day. We actually took and put another plug right inside there, just so they could leave their products plugged in all the time without having to utilize that plug there. Really large guy right here, and all these are adjustable as well. So if I can get them pushed up. So convertible right there, that makes it pretty nice as well. And then there are lips right there to keep all that stuff from rolling off. Same backsplash. So we did the backsplash all the way down this side of this wall. So I'm really impressed with the final finish on the coach. Like all the colors inside and outside. Like the independence with the additional Born batteries, all the lithium batteries, the additional power inverter. So, we're pretty excited for this customer to get his coach. Right now, we're talking 18 plus months for new builds. Like I said, the fact that this customer was able to get in and out right at a year, we're pretty happy for them. Right now, if you see a used coach and you have any interest, I'd say jump on it immediately. Used coaches are now selling. If it's within a year or two old, most of those are selling for over what they sold brand new for. Of course, there's been crazy price increases on new coaches as time has progressed, so got to be mindful of that as well. But a good time to be in the RV sales, but it is difficult. You have to break a lot of hearts right now as far as timing and the fact that you just have continual price increases, but just got to be mindful of that. Glad that Brett could kind of walk through this with us. Whenever Reed and Linda come out, they'll be happy to deal with Brett, he's a very, very valuable asset. So, what a lot of people don't understand is when you buy a coach, when you get here, that's just the start of it. There's so many things to go over. There's a valued relationship service-wise to be able to, have a person that knows the coach inside and out, be able to help you on down the line, not only help you whenever you're here, but also to help you understand, future use. And then, anytime you guys, we have customers all the time that call us, just for a small question, and we're both here for them. Pretty much night and day. We've taken phone calls Saturdays, Sundays, and that's what we're here for, and that's a part of the experience we provide here. So we appreciate you guys liking our videos. Make sure you guys hit the big subscribe button on YouTube. Really just kind of propels our business over and over and over. And so we're happy whenever, I know when someone's watching the video right now, they watch the entire video. Adds a lot of value to us and definitely helps out our business. So make sure you guys keep on coming back, like, and subscribe.